Well, y'all just listen to the guys that protect those skill players, the quarterbacks and the running backs. Well, meet the guys that want to destroy them. And this is the defensive line guys with me as well for the West team. And, the offensive line guys you just saw in the last interview, we'll get the chance to really go one-on-one with a lot of these guys. But I'm going to start really to my far left in Carlos Bazert from Avoyelles High School. And Carlos, you look at him and I was like, man, I don't want to block him. And I was like, well, can you imagine trying to tackle him? Because he played running back at Avoyelles High School for 4 years, and you're the program's all-time leading rusher. It was a historic season this year for Avoyelles. Insane the numbers y'all put up this year. What was it like to kind of lead that three-headed monster at running back this year?
It felt good. It felt good to block for him. It felt good to play throughout the season, especially this being my senior year.
And tell us a little bit how unconventional style y'all play, because under Coach Boone, I don't think he wanted to even give the ball away. It was like onside kicks, fourth down, you go for fourth down every single time. So what was it like kind of being a part of that, knowing that, that you might play running back the entire game if needed?
It was what it was because he taught us to always be tough and to do what you got to do your job.
And Carlos, I know you've had a lot of success, all-time leading rusher at Avoyelles, but you get a chance to play a little defensive line too, because with the style y'all didn't play defense a whole lot. So what you trying to gain this week?
More eyes on my defensive side rather than my offensive side, because I feel like I do a lot more on defense rather than offense. Even though, I just feel like I do more on defense than offense. Better.
Yeah. You get a chance to showcase really a lot of your talents this week at the Gridiron Football All-American game. This guy could run the football too, and it's Gage Hildreth as well for East Beauregard. In fact, you're our Player of the Week or nominees, won the league early in the season. And Gage, do you enjoy, what do you enjoy most? Running over a defensive lineman or a linebacker, or do you rather get a sack in the backfield? What do you get more pleasure in doing?
I get more pleasure in definitely running people over. I love running people over at fullback. It's so fun.
Engage a little bit about yourself. What sets you unique from everybody else is that you took part of our NIL initiative, and you actually went out to businesses and they sponsored you for the bowl game. So give a shout out to those guys and what they mean to help you be here in this position.
I want to say thank you to everyone that sponsored me. It really means a lot to help me do things like this, help build up my future career and everything. I really couldn't do it without them.
And what's so important for you to get those guys, hey, invest in this, sponsor us, because I want to show y'all what I can do. So what are your goals this week, especially doing something like that?
I definitely want to get more noticed and maybe get a little bigger schools looking at me. Just further my football career the best I can. I think it helps a lot that I come from a smaller area. Not a lot of people do much or really get out or anything. So I don't know, for something to happen like this, people really, it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it really is. And then to the right of me, in Kellan Hall, and in Kellan, you're part of a really good powerhouse football team at Sterlington. You won the state championship a couple of years ago. What was it like to be a part of that program? And what do you think makes Sterlington just so special and the reason y'all have this success over the last couple of years?
I think it's just we know as players coming in the expectations that are laid out in front of us by the classes that came before us. You never want to be that class that just can't get anything going, because you're the minority in that. Everybody else has done it. And we come in, and I think we just try to work hard, because we know going in, especially the district we play in, the town we play against, guys like Trey Holly and stuff like that. Yeah. We don't have the better talent, but we're gonna have the better work ethic, and we're gonna outwork you, and we're gonna outplay you.
And what do you think, playing against guys like Trey Holly and all those guys up in North Louisiana helps you benefit from this experience, playing against, some of a bigger pool of guys from around the country this week?
I think it just gives you just a more taste of different type of play styles for a different running back. Trey's a do-it-all type of guy. He'll catch it, he'll do like that, but we don't face maybe a power running back that I may see here, a big bruiser back or a straight speed back that just wants to run to the outside the whole time. It's just giving you that bigger pool to play, just like you said.
And Kellan, last question, give us a quick update on how recruiting is going and just what are your goals this week by the end of the week?
Well, my goals are just, like my guys before said, just try to get bigger schools looking at me, just trying to further my career in any way, and just take off the opportunities that you've given to me this week.
And then Eli Foster, all 6'6" of you. I mean, rushing the passer and the defensive end. I just got a chance to talk to your quarterback as well, who's also here, and I think this is the first home playoff game y'all hosted in 10 years. Talk about being a defensive leader of that team and what you and Bryce helped did this year.
It was very interesting because I guess it was my first year actually playing defense. So while I was learning, I also had 2 freshmen coming up behind me who were also sitting there trying to learn. And then another guy, which he was technically a senior, but it was his first time playing defensive line. So we were all like sitting there learning throughout the year. Like it was fun trying to grow together, learning stuff at the same time. No one was catching up to the other people. We're all just moving on together kind of thing.
There's not a lot of guys right here that have the length that you have, being a 6'6". What do you think are some of those advantages of being that tall and that long as a pass rusher this year, especially your first year playing defense?
It's definitely very nice to be able to like stick my arms out and no one can really touch me. So like I lets me feel more in control whenever they can't get their hands on me.
And last question, what's the update going on with recruiting right now and what you're trying to improve this week?
It's been very slow. I mean, I've had a few people reach out to me and talk to me, and like they want to see me more, but there's nothing been official. So I just trying to get official things happening.
Well, you get a chance to add some of those college offers, and all these guys will get a chance to show that because all these guys can play for Gridiron Football